Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I'm coming at you tonight with Divine Charles. How are you guys doing tonight? I would like to tell you a little bit about my event that's coming up September 18th, 2021, excuse me, in Wilmington, Delaware, 205 North Market Street. It's a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress. The cost is $10. So I hope you guys can come on out and show me some love and support. Hello, Tony Danes. How are you? Thank you for joining. And my books are available. Deepest Thoughts by Lavina, Expressions by Lavina, and My Dirty Little Secret. All are available on Amazon.com. We're just waiting for our guest to come in to let me know he's in the building. Hey, Queen. Thank you. And I guess I'll send out a couple of invites. Get some people in here. Yes, yes, yes. So how are you doing tonight, Tony? I hope all is well. Oh, great! I love that. That's what's up. That's what's up. There's a lot of lives on tonight. I tried to pop into a few of them while I was waiting to come on tonight. Let me send my guest an invite to let him know that we're here so we can get this party started. There we go. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm having trouble. I like this little bracelet, but whoever made it for someone's wrist who is like totally huge. Good
Hey, I
evening. How are you?
good, good.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I'm coming at you with Divine Charles. He is a poet and a motivational speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Divine Charles.
I said my word is your drug, just know it's very potent. Don't try to dissect the mind, the divine this. Y'all wanna know why he don't stop? Y'all wanna know why he don't flop? Let me tell you, people, why I came from the bottom of the block. When I was born, it was sworn I'd never survive hydrocephalus. I took the cards I was dealt and said, God, this is my genesis. Growing up, I never listened to people talk because I know they'd never survive the path that I walked. I'm talking rush to emergency, 5 surgeries, spent more time in the ICU than I did in the nursery. Then God swooped in and said, Chris, you're going to be great. Who knew I'd make 22 when my life expectancy was 8? And yes, they called me names. I wanted them to say I was fine too, but I'm only 5'2". Then God reminded me why I'm still here. Seeing people accomplish more than me in a wheelchair, but I'm still standing. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And no, this is not a struggle story. This is me giving you, my fans, the divine testimony. Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful. And I'm so glad you opened up with that poem because one of my first questions, um, I wanted you to talk about your battle with meningitis and
Oh, wow.
hydrocephalus. Yeah.
Well, first of
Ladies
all,
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the wonderful, divine Charles. Please say hi to your guests. Give a couple people a wave. Acknowledge anyone you see in the audience, please.
uh, adore Ash, adore Ash. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Poetically
Yes,
free.
yes,
I
yes.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Um,
Exactly.
okay, so where do I start? Okay, so first of all, my name is actually Chris Charles. Um, the name the name Divine Charles actually is actually derived from my middle name. Um, uh, my middle name is Devon, but my aunt she started calling me Divine. She always said Christopher Divine Charles, like with this accent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I started using Divine. Um, so that's how I got the name Divine Charles. It's sort of like a nickname from my aunt. So now I was born on December 25th, 1998,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Day. Um, so Christmas Day uh was when no one knew that I was sick, but I was born with meningitis, and uh what happened was I swallowed a bacteria in my mother's stomach, and
Okay.
I ended up I ended up getting really sick at 2 weeks old. So
Wow.
at 2 weeks old, I survived a seizure.
Wow.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, I
Thank
was
you, God.
yeah. I had a seizure at 2 weeks old, and I had to have antibiotics for bacterial meningitis, which is a
Mm-hmm.
very deadly disease. And this is where it gets a little crazy. They said, any longer than 2 weeks, I would have been dead. You know,
Oh my
Kenny
God.
Sing, Kenny sings. Thank you for joining. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So at 2 weeks old, I had a seizure. Got really sick. I was on antibiotics at a really young age. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Also, uh, I had I had surgery. They had to put a plastic tube from up here. This is not a design, but
Okay.
I had this mark since birth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it goes from up here down to my abdomen, and
Wow.
yeah, it basically drains the cerebrospinal fluid, which
Mm-hmm.
um which is overproduced from um from when I was sick, and I've had to do shunt revisions, and replace the tube over and over throughout my years. And this is real serious surgery. As a matter of fact, I was just speaking to someone, 'cause I just got my wisdom teeth removed. You can't really tell, the swelling went down, but I'm not in pain anymore because I'm used to worse pain than just
Right.
removing a wisdom tooth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was it was major surgery going on. I'm glad I'm done with that. You know, as a matter of fact, I had two seizures at 2 weeks old. I had a seizure, and I also had a seizure in 2004 when I was in
Mm-hmm.
about first grade. I was in about first grade when that happened. My mom had got me from school
Okay.
the day that I had a seizure. Um, yeah. So right now, I hope this is done. It's a done deal, but I had
Right.
had five surgeries. The last time I had surgery was when I was almost 17 or something like that. I think I was turning no, I think I was turning 18 that year.
Okay.
17 going on 18 in 2016. That was my last revision. And so far God has kept me,
Yes. Well,
can't
we pray that God would continue to protect your healing that you've received because to be so young, you've been through a lot. So
Yeah, yeah, mhm,
yes, all praises be to God that you're still here and you have a
absolutely.
testimony. And not only that, you have some truth to spread. So
Yeah.
yeah, being called to the masses is no joke. With great gifts and talents come great responsibility. So
Mhm,
I thank God that you're still here and you're operating. You don't even look like you've been
mm,
through all these things. So thank God.
yeah. Thank God, you know.
Yes, yes, definitely. Now, when did you start
Oof, that's a trick question.
writing?
Um, all right, truthfully, all right, so here's what happens. I'm from Queens, New York, right? So we have a very rigorous curriculum, I would say. I th we have one of like the strongest school bases. Um, so they used to challenge us in school. And in school, like every year, I know some of the people in the live are gonna remember this from school. Every year we had Poetry Month in April, of course, and it was a part of the curriculum. They used to make us write poetry.
Hmm.
Um, back when I was in elementary school, you know, and both elementary schools that I went to, they used to say, we're gonna post these on the bulletin board, so make sure you guys write it and do your best or whatever, whatever. And me, I always love rhyming words,
Hmm.
So from there, I believe it was fourth grade. Fourth grade, I was like 10 years old when I wrote my first couple of poems from
Right.
poetry. Yeah, and those poems were like throwaways. Like I never really kept them because I was just playing with words, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. You know, I was just writing just because it was an assignment. But the teachers used to blow my head up and used to be like, Chris, wow, these poems are so deep,
Hmm.
and I'm glad they did that because when I was a kid, like I'll be honest, like I wasn't looking to be impressive. I was just trying to get the work done, you
Right.
know. But it made me notice how good I was at rhyming these words, and I'm the type of poet that is a storyteller, you know. So I've always been a storyteller. So I realized what they were seeing was nothing regular. Why they wanted to use my poems so badly, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's what kicked it off. But what
Hmm.
really made me stick to poetry was when my grandmother who just passed away, she
My
she
condolences. Our
thank you. Thank you.
condolences.
Thank you. I just lost her June 1st. You know,
Yes.
my grandmother, she got us into the church when I was about 8 years old, you
Hmm.
know, and by the time I was at least 9 or 10, that's when she forced me. She didn't ask my permission. She forced me to go and perform poetry in front of the church. And it was her poems. It was
Hmm.
her poems that she wrote, and she said, go and do it, get involved, and her argument was always, you know, do it for the Lord, you know. Um, and that's what made me stick to it, to tell you the truth, because like I said, I was just rhyming words, you
Right.
know. I wasn't gonna take this stuff seriously. So thank God for her. If it wasn't for her, I would even be performing. live right now because I wouldn't know that I had the potential to go out and
To do
perform.
it.
You know,
Exactly. Thank
shit,
God for
like
grandmother.
this
Yeah.
right. This stuff is like second nature to me now. You know, I perform in front of hundreds of people now, and you know, some people look at me like, how do you do it? And just because I started so young,
Right.
it's nothing to me. But I thank God for that, and those are my humble beginnings,
That's
you know.
awesome. And I think that's wonderful that your grandmother saw the gift in you. Um, because a lot of times we're not taught about gifts and talents, within us and whatnot, because everyone has them. I say that all the time. Like you have to look within. So we thank God for your grandmother. And it's something because my next question was going to be, did you grow up in the church? Yes, you did.
Ah,
Are you
listen,
West
a
Indian?
lot of artists grew up in church.
Yes. Are
Yeah.
you West Indian?
Yes. Yes.
Where you from?
My grandparents and my parents are from Jamaica.
Okay, because you can hear the accent.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes,
I I don't know where it is, but
it's in there.
but I'm not born in Jamaica. I'm not born in Jamaica. I was born here in America.
American.
I'm
Hmm.
from Queens, New York. Yeah, so but I guess it's a part of me.
Exactly, especially if your family speaks patois, is you can't help it.
Yeah.
So that's why it still carries on. But
VJ,
go ahead. You can say hi to a couple of your friends.
shout out to VJ, man. One of the best DJs in New York.
Oh, that's what's up.
Um,
And
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for a second. I saw that someone requested to come in, but tonight, well, on my broadcast, I feature one poet at a time. I don't do let people join in unless the featured poet and another poet that was coming in, if they were going to do um, a collab or something like that. But other than that, this is all about divine poet, divine Charles tonight. So I'm not ignoring your request.
Oh, one on poetry. Okay, here's a question.
Hmm.
Uh, or do I sing? This is so complicated. I used to sing. I used to sing. I was in the children's choir. Uh, I used to sing. I used to sing. Like I, you remember when Usher came out with his Confessions album? I knew that whole album.
No
I used
way.
to sing like way back then. But
Hmm.
truth is, what they say, you don't use it, you lose it. I don't I never like continued singing after I hit puberty, so my voice is way out of you know. My little
Probably was a
sister
trainer
my little
you
sister,
could
she's
sing.
16, she still sings.
Okay.
She still sings. Singing is definitely in our family, but I never that's another thing I never took seriously. You know, I wish I did because I like to sing, but
Charles, it's not too late. How old are you?
I'm 22. I'm turning 23 this year. It's just like my voice is my voice got really deep over the
Hmm.
I think my voice changed like three times.
And it's okay.
People always tell me like you sound different this time and like like I think my voice changed about three times since I was like 12 years old.
Oh,
And
wow.
but I don't normally practice singing. I
Hmm.
just like to sing. But when I was younger, I was really good.
Right.
You know, but
Well, it's probably
you
still
know,
in there. A couple of lessons. I was going to say,
yeah,
and John Parr can help you with that. Look him up
yeah.
on Instagram.
Why
Now,
not? Why not?
would you please give us two poems?
Okay. I want to give you two poems that make sense, that go
Okay.
together, that go together.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. I know which two I want to do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. When poetry said I got socks older than you. Okay. Yes, I know I'm still really young. It's just I haven't been practicing. That's the truth. Okay. All right. I said my word is your drug. Just know it's very potent. Don't try to dissect the mind, the divine. This runs deeper than the ocean. Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, me either. I mean, I double tap your photos a couple of times and wait for 12 p.m. for you to go live. My Insta crush. We haven't officially met yet, but I'm planning in advance. They say I look like Tay Diggs, so I know I got a chance. My little brown sugar. I don't even know your name, but I'm planning to slide into your DM like baggage claim. I got a glimpse of who you are, so now I got a set plan to make you mine in no time and prove that I'm the best man. But you always talk about your ex. And that's the part that leaves me vexed, because really you should be looking into the future to see who you'll be with next. And so what, you got his name on your arm. You could get a new tat, and I prove that with me, you could finally get your groove back. What I'm saying is, I'm interested. I'd say you a hottie, and I know I'm not lusting because you barely show your body. Seriously. But those eyes, mesmerized. I'm in every way hypnotized. They say the blacker the berry, but for you, I'm willing to compromise. What I'm really saying is, I like you. Not that you care, but there's only one way to find out. So let me swallow my fear. My name is Divine. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Do it.
I
I
like
have a
that.
question for you. I have a question
Yeah.
for you. Because when I was in high school, I had this lunch lady that always looked at me. She was just like, "Oh my gosh, you look like Tay Diggs." Do I actually look? I have to know. I have to know.
Do you look like Tay Diggs?
Do I actually look like him?
Well, until when you said what you said about you looking like Tay Diggs, I'm like, oh, he does resemble Tay Diggs. And I like how you put his movies into that poem.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for recognizing that. It took a lot. It really took a long time to write that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen Love Jones, and I left out a few movies that I wanted to add, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I did my research. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Love Jones. Was he in Love Jones?
was he in Love Jones, or am I
No, he
bugging?
wasn't in Love Jones. That was
He was in Okay, okay.
yeah.
As a
But
matter of
you
fact, I
did
didn't even see.
you got three
I
of them
didn't.
in there, three
As a
of
matter
his
of fact,
movies, so you did real
I didn't
good.
see. I didn't see Baggage Claim either.
He wasn't in that either.
No. You sure?
Positive.
No, he wasn't in Baggage Claim.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. But yeah. Yeah. That one was solely based off of. Well, it was actually based off of Insta Crush.
Hmm.
There was a poet that I really liked. That, like, she was beautiful, but like her words were like, oh my gosh, like it made my heart stop. That's what it felt
Hmm.
like. Um, it was based off of that, and also for the fact that people kept calling me Tay Diggs.
Hmm. Hmm. That's cute. Now, did you really approach her? What happened?
Absolutely, absolutely, I did, and I DM'd her. I was just like, listen, I have a really serious. I don't know. I have a real crush on you because of how you write. Like, like that's what it was. That's what it was. She's a beautiful girl too, but like her talent was just it attracted me even more. You
Hmm.
know, I had to talk to her about that. She's cool with me. She's cool with me.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. And that's a good thing that you can make friends, because the poetry, the community, that's one thing about the vibe. uh, you'll make friends quick, being in this field.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The virtual world is ups and downs to it. I met so many people during
Hmm.
the quarantine. It was it was a great experience. As a matter of fact, I went to my first open mic in almost a year, and
Hmm.
I flew to New York, and I met a lot of poets that I met on Instagram in person. It was just like wow, it was
That's
a
awesome.
it, it was a really amazing experience. Seriously,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. I enjoy myself when I go out to the open mics and whatnot. Um, I need to hit
Okay.
up a couple, but I have so much going on. I'm like, and then I'm preparing for my own show, and then doing the lives, and I just launched my podcast. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, girl, but I'm going to get out there and get around to some open mics, some live open mics, yeah, because I
Got,
enjoy doing that.
gotcha. Okay, so I chose two pieces. I wanted to do another love piece,
Uh,
if you will.
Please, ladies and gentlemen,
This one, I don't know if I have to break this one down for some people, but uh, um,
well,
all
while
right,
you're
here we go.
deciding, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I'm coming at you with Divine Charles with words of love.
Okay. I said my word is your drug, just know it's very potent. Don't try to dissect the mind, the divine. This runs deeper than the ocean. Here we go.
Take your time.
Here we go. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna switch my love poem. I want to switch my love poem.
It's all right. Take your
There's
time.
so many. There's so many. There's so many. All right. So, do you want to hear love poetry?
Listen, what? Give me one of your conscious pieces.
Hmm. You want a conscious piece? Because I thought I wanted to keep it on topic. Uh, what do you think?
Whatever your heart is feeling.
Hmm. I'm the problem. Okay. Said my word is your drug. Just know it's very potent. Don't try to dissect the mind, the divine. This runs deeper than the ocean. That's a hey, Mr. Officer. Did you know that you could save your soul from hell? Just apologize for the things you did to my people, including Mr. Bell. I don't know what the hell was going on through your mind when you kept reloading and shot Guzman 19 times. I was only 8 at that time. Have I slept since then? Hardly. Sorry, now I'm 22, scared to throw my own bachelor party. Sean Bell was shot 50 times by 5 different officers. That's 10 apiece. 2K, quick release. Maybe he should have left his hands in the air to show that it was peace. Now that's BS. They shot that man and left him in the middle like a centerpiece. Mr. Officer, you took so much from our communities, from the lives to the opportunities, manipulate our minds to break our unity. But there's one gift that I received upon entrance. Before I could say my first word, there was a cell with my name on it for a life sentence. Bottom line is, you don't want to see us prevail. I guess the best revenge against you is to stay woke, educated, and out of jail, and that's words divine. And I gotta let y'all know. Put that W for George Floyd. We got a long way to go. Thank you.
Nice, nice,
That's
nice.
my that's my warm up piece. That's my warm up piece.
Okay, nice. So, question: what do you do for fun?
For fun?
Because I asked that because being in this business, well, anything you're serious about, well, in life, period, in order to stay balanced, body, mind, and spirit, can't just be all work, can't be all church. Got to have some fun.
Okay. Yes. I totally agree with that. There are a number of things I do for fun. Okay. I like to party. I like to hang out with friends. Um, definitely. That's one of the main things that I do.
Mhm.
Um, being around friends. We go like when I go to New York because I live in Florida now. I was born and raised in New
Okay.
York, 22 years. And I go back and forth. I haven't made myself comfortable here yet. Like made a lot of friends or whatever, but I will. I know I will. But I like to go out with my friends. We go bowling, skating. You know, we go out drinking, out to eat. You know, things like that. There's something about my generation, well, this generation that's here right now, especially with the social media era. Everybody's using these trendy quotes like
Mhm.
I don't like people and I'm antisocial and like I personally feel like that stuff is not cool.
Exactly.
It's not cool.
Exactly.
Like,
And
why
it would
why
affect
would why would
everybody
anybody want to
all around
brag? Why would anybody want to brag that they're antisocial?
you.
That
Exactly.
doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Now, if we're talking circles, I don't have a big circle.
Mhm.
If you want me to be honest, a lot of people know me. I'm a people person. I mesh with everybody. I can say that because I never felt the reason to go back and forth with anyone.
Right.
You know, like with my real friends, my real close friends, we get into it, we have our disputes, and we bounce back. But I try to mesh with everyone, and wherever I don't feel comfortable, I just leave. You know,
Exactly.
but antisocial is just not me. The whole introvert thing, just not me. I
Hmm.
like being around people.
Yes. I love
I,
being around people also. I love people. I love
I
talking to
can't.
people. Anybody I can
I can't.
help, I'm down for that. Yes. Yes.
Love is
Definitely.
love. Hello, Tiffany. Yeah. So yeah, if we talking fun, I like going out and being with my friends. If
That's
we
what's
if
up.
we talking hobbies, if we talking hobbies, I like basketball and I like this. You know, it 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 eases a lot of pressure, especially this month when I was able to go to New York.
Hmm.
I felt so good, after my grandmother's passing. I felt like I felt like I released everything on stage, you
Right.
know.
Now,
So,
why did you move to New York? I mean, why did you move to Florida?
New York is getting a little crazy. It's expensive. It's everything, and one thing I always wanted to I always wanted to see what it was like over here. I didn't always like Florida, you
Hmm.
know. When we were first moving, nobody wanted to move.
Hmm.
You know, my grandmother, she wanted to retire here, you
Okay.
know, um, and it took me a while to adjust, and I'm still adjusting because, I haven't been interacting with anyone. I made like two friends here, in the past 7 months. So like,
Well,
it's been a little
remember,
crazy because
we're
I'm
just coming out of COVID, so
right,
that's
right.
understandable,
So
you know.
yeah, so yeah, I'm still doing some adjusting, but it was really for like change and better life,
Hmm. Yeah, so it'll definitely get better. And I believe once you submit to the change, things will flow easier. Sometimes when we resist, it makes things a little, a little slower.
Right,
But
right.
once you submit to being there and really going out and exploring and things of that nature, I think it'll be a great thing for you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm making myself comfortable here like day by day, you know.
That's
Yeah,
what's
and I actually found out like there are two poetry events. As a matter of fact, this week Thursday I'm going to my first one in Florida. So
that's what's up. And I know
yeah,
you'll do well. You'll do great. You'll
thank
do
you.
great. Mhm. Now, would you like to share another poem? Oh, and then I
Yes,
have
this
one
one.
more question. Yeah.
Okay, this one. This one's a little controversial. Uh, I want to save this one like towards the end. Um, okay, so it's sort of like a love poem, but I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I said my word is your drug, just know it's very potent. Don't try to dissect the mind, the divine. This runs deeper than the ocean. I am not the type of man that women want to love. Picture me trying to impress an empress, acting like a thug. It's not going to work. Because in this social media era, everybody wants to be everything but themselves, thinking if they conform to this norm, it'll help. Oh, snap. I ain't got no filter because 1 in 3 women tell me they never learned how to cook. The other 2/3 FaceTime more than they face books,
Mm.
but not me. Like Hove said, I never change because really I'm a vibe. Charming, handsome, damn. Double homicide. Why should I abide by the nature of my timeline? Maybe I'm behind. Or maybe they don't want to understand this type of mind, but I'm tired of the birds. And you could save all your slurs because I crave intimacy but can only foreplay with these words. I'm tired of trying to find an outlet to infatuation and hitting the kill switch on every woman I deal with. Maybe I should be average to attain real love. Be average, like a 80 and above, but I can't lower my standards.
Come on.
So I gotta face the truth. Since no one understands where I'm coming from, maybe, just maybe, I'm the problem. Words of divine. Thank you. Ah,
That's, yeah, fire and truth. And that's what it's all about.
yeah.
Yeah, speak that truth
Um,
because it's
I,
so
I
true.
wanna I wanna tap into that poem just a little bit, just a little tiny
Go
bit.
ahead, tap.
Okay, so I don't know, line for line, I don't know who caught everything, but basically, I wrote that poem. I wrote that poem solely to describe. By the way, I should have said this in the beginning, right? Everything I write is real.
Hmm.
Every single thing. I think I have one poem where I wrote about someone else's story,
Hmm.
but for the most part, it's about me, and everything I write is real. You know,
That's
um,
what's up.
so so to be truthful, I want to be truthful. My best friend Ashley was in this live. I don't know if she's still here, but but my love life has been a little disaster. I'm not gonna lie.
Claire, you got time.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The irony with this poem, I named it "I'm the Problem," and I made that my last line, because I don't think I'm the problem. You know, I think for the most part, I'm not a perfect person. It's just like these days I have to live up to a standard of being what everyone else wants me to be. And I think that's what my dating experience has consisted of. You know, and it's tiring. You know,
Yes.
um, like certain lines about the social media and Facebook and all that stuff that stems from me being around certain women and um feeling like feeling like I'm lacking just because they want me to act a certain way. And truthfully, like I know that I have to get with the times or whatever, but I'm a little old school. My Caribbean parents are old school, so like I'm all about respect and just being myself. You
I'm going to tell you
know?
this, Mr. Charles. If you stay true to your convictions and to who you are, the woman that you desire to be with, oh, she'll come to you. You guys will find each other. And the reason why you're
Mhm.
tired, it drains you, is because you're not being true to yourself. Don't ever live up to someone else's standards. Live up to
Mhm.
your own.
Yeah,
Set
you know
goals
something.
and things for yourself and abide in that. And you got to live in that. You cannot and it's peer pressure. That's what it is. You
Yeah,
can't be
I haven't
peer pressure.
I haven't felt the need. I haven't felt the need to succumb to that pressure. And it's not so much. My exhaustion doesn't come from me not being myself. The reason why, like I don't stay in certain relationships is because I'm being myself. Like I just can't. If you want me to be this gritty street person, like that's not me. That's not me. Not because I'm a black man, it's in me. Like it's really not me. I was raised to be a gentleman. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And
Hmm.
the irony is like the men in my family, they're not like that. It's just like this comes from a sense of how do I want people to treat my mother? How do I want people to treat my little sister? That's where it comes.
Exactly.
That's where it stems from. You know.
Yes.
And that's where we just don't match. We just don't match like some of the women of my generation. You know. And some I'm not gonna lie, like I dated some older girls and it was a lot better, but not necessarily what I was looking for. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's still because they're still around the same age group. I dated a girl that's 2 years older than me recently, and it was just like better, but not there yet.
Right.
I'm not, and I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not like crazy, like picky like that. I'm not. It's just like there's certain deal breakers. It's just like I'm not gonna come outside of myself, you know?
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, sweetie, you better be picky.
I am. It's just like
See, now I'm going to treat you like my child because I have a 19-year-old. So I tell him the same thing. I'm like, listen, be who you are. Do not lower your standards. Be
hmm.
strong, stay strong in your convictions, and what you want and who you want will surely come to you. It's just as
Absolutely.
simple as that. So stay focused. And that's not to say date, have fun, you know?
Oh, listen, I'm doing that more than ever. Like
Yes.
I'm doing that more than ever. I'm
Hmm.
having a great time. Don't get me wrong. It's just like if I wanted to be in a relationship right now. it would take everything out of me, you
No,
know.
don't. 22, you need to go see the world.
Right.
I tell all young people that I'm serious. I'm like, oh my God, travel. Yes.
Right.
Spend half your money, save half your money. You understand? Buy that
Mm-hmm.
fast car because when you do decide to settle down and get in a committed relationship and get married and have children, that kind of it changes, which is a good change because I absolutely love being a mother. But
Yeah.
I have since I had that responsibility, I had to change the way I move. So like I said, you're young, enjoy your life, sweetheart. Take your
Yeah.
time. Take
Yep.
your time.
Yep. I'm having fun. Believe me, I'm having fun.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to have as much fun as possible this year. This year I want to do my first vacation like around my birthday time, like around Christmas, you
Mm.
know. And I want to be with friends, you know, because
Right.
that's what makes me happy, honestly, you know.
Oh my goodness. That is so loud. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
Question,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Charles.
Yes.
Can we expect a book from you? Have you thought about writing a book of poems?
Okay. My book is on the way. My book is actually in the process of being published.
That's
Um,
awesome. Congratulations.
I had a little hiccup. My book was so I set the date for June 17th, and my grandmother passed away on June 1st.
Okay.
That's I didn't touch the computer for weeks. So right now, right now, one of my brothers, they're working on the cover design, and yeah, once he's done with that, I'm done. Done. So like
That's what's up.
right now I've continued writing. Um my only issue was in writing this book. I think my only issue is like uh I'm always writing. I'm always writing. As a matter of fact, today, no, yesterday I finished my first passing. This is the only like June was like the only month where I was
Excuse
dormant.
me, Charles. Did you move because your image is blurry?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Is it still blurry now?
Just a little, yes.
Oh man. Service is terrible.
It's okay. But go ahead. We can still hear you.
Okay. But
Okay. Or not. Ladies and gentlemen, hold a second, please. Okay. Charles, if you can hear me, it's the video is stuck actually.
could
Okay.
you hear me? Could you hear me?
It was stuck for a second, but
Okay.
it's back in it's in place. Still a little blurry, but we can hear you.
Yeah, it's Florida connection. Ever since I moved here, it's been crazy.
Okay.
But but yeah, but yeah, you know, I'm constantly adding poems to the book. That's my only
Okay.
problem. Because I want certain poems that are fitting to be in the book. You know, my book is called Messages from a Boy with an Absentee Father. That will be
Oh wow.
coming out soon.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put a date on it because last time I did that, everything was off schedule. But I will DM you personally
Oh,
and tell
thank
you
you.
that it's out. That is out. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations. I love it. That's
Yes.
awesome. Now, please give our audience some encouraging words.
Okay. I see a lot of poets in here. Guys, see, I see you guys see. Uh, what can I say? Please use poetry as an outlet. Use your gift as a blessing. Um, try to use it as much as possible for whatever you need in life. I can't even lie. I left so much out. I'm sorry. I left so much out of my story. My first poem was actually Absent Father. That was the first one because I told you like I wasn't saving my poems back in elementary school because I wasn't taking it seriously. But in middle school I started, keeping them in a notebook, stuff like that. My first poem was actually Absent Father. Um and that was where like when I was 13, I didn't get a phone call from my father, and it took a toll on me. You know,
Right.
yeah, I didn't get a phone call from him when it was my birthday. So, you know, my emotions were all
Right.
over the place, you know, and
Yeah.
I started writing Absent Father and all these poems about my father. And then, after a while, I just graduated from it. So, you know, poetry been my therapy.
Yes.
Like I would say that use it for therapy as much as possible. You know, it could prevent you from doing a lot of careless things, reckless things. You know, a lot of people do not cope with grief and these type of things well. They don't.
Right.
You know, so I say that this was the thing that saved me. Poetry was something that saved me. Music saved me. You know, um,
Now, do you mind me asking what happened to your father? Did he just leave or?
it was like after him and my mother were broken up, uh, we didn't see a lot of him.
Okay.
And then after a while, he just stopped coming around indefinitely. So, uh, it was just a matter of, you know where I am, you know my number. What's the problem?
Okay.
You know,
So, how is your relationship now with him?
it's up and down. It's up and down, and my grandmother really loved him. He loved my grandmother. So he definitely hit me up and was like, I'm really sorry. You know, spoke briefly. It was nothing too long or whatever. Spoke briefly. But you know, I keep it cordial. I wish it was better. I really do try.
All right.
I'm 22 years
Glad to
old.
hear.
Listen. I want to say this. I want to say this just to clear the air. 22 years old, and this is not me at 13. Let's keep it real. I'm a man now, but at the same time, I try to have a relationship with him. But it's like if you're not moving, I'm not gonna keep on chasing. I did that for years. But I pray for him, and I do my best. You know,
Awesome.
because I had to. It feels like I have to take care of all the women. You know.
Mhm. Right. Right. And that I could see from your page that you have a strong relationship with the women in your family, and that's
Oh
awesome.
wow. You know something? I was looking. I wasn't paying attention because I had a lot of stuff to do today. But I saw you liked one of my old posts from when I was doing my feminist poems.
Mhm.
I appreciate that. You know, a lot of that comes from me being raised by so many women. You know, my grandmother had five daughters, so all of my aunts, my mom, everybody, all of those women raised me.
That's awesome. They did an excellent job. An excellent job.
Yeah.
Excellent job. Well, Mr. Divine Charles, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, with a taste of Divine Charles. What an excellent, excellent show. And Charles, please tell them where they can find you at so they can follow you. You're on
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook.
Okay. I am Divine Charles. Okay. DIVINECHARLES. Divine Charles on Instagram. I am Chris Carlos on Facebook. If you'd like, I would just leave that in the comments. You guys could just go up here and follow me and send it to a friend, if you'd like to. My content is not as strong on Facebook, I'll be honest. But I'm starting to repost my poetry on Facebook.
That's awesome.
More now. You will see some new stuff up there. So
That's awesome.
yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much, Lavina.
You're
Nice,
welcome.
it's
Thank
really
you.
nice to meet you. I love the support that you've given, and I will definitely stay tuned with your page.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No
And you
problem.
can X yourself out, sweetheart. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining A Taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I'll see you next Tuesday with Daniel Green, the storyteller. Thank you so much and good night.